Listen, man, I gotta clear my head anyway. It's been a long 3 days.
Man, you're really not gonna tell your story?
No, I don't want to tell my story.
Why?
It relates to everything we just talked about.
Yeah, it does relate.
It do relate, but you know.
And now you got everybody thinking.
Yeah, I read it. It pieces it all together.
You got everybody thinking.
People think the fan thing.
Why? Listen.
All
right, listen. I'm gonna get to y'all. This is what happened, y'all. So I was on my way to get ready for the show, right? Mm-hmm. I got to get here. I called you and told you I missed my flight. But I really didn't miss my flight.
You lied to me?
No, listen, it's even documented. Somebody who was on the plane with me actually told the story.
Yeah, I just read it.
I'm on the plane. I'm trying to rush and get here. So I got my headphones on.
This is Monday?
I'm talking to, relax, bro. Just, what's wrong with buddy? You want to hear the story or you want to know, like, what's wrong with him, man? Listen. I'm going to tell you a story. You just you fill it in. So this is what I did. I go to first class. Boom. I show the lady my ticket. First class. She like, go to the left. Boom. I sit in my seat, but I just sat in the wrong seat. I supposed to have been in like 3B. I sat in 2B. Which was cool. The lady stewardess came and she was like, she had my name on my seat, but my seat was behind me. She was like, your seat behind you, do you want to sit in your seat? I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong seat. I was like, all right, get up. She was like, no, you okay, because the guy whose seat this is, he don't mind sitting right here, right? So I said, cool, capiche. Boom. I don't know what I did with my boarding pad. I threw it away somewhere because I got to connect the flight. So as I, continue to mind my business, because that's over with. We don't have to talk about the seats no more. But soon as we was about to take off, the dude was like, he said something to the nature, he had they got the Delta phones, right? They got the phones where, if you sit like, if I sit right here,
I don't fly first class, Tony.
Your name, look, your name.
They don't have phones where I sit.
Look, your name right there. Look, your name right there.
Yeah,
it's gonna say your name. So she came. I mean, she had came to me and showed me my name. I told her my name. I had my ID at the time. I showed her. Like, yeah, that's me. I'm sitting right here. I could sit back there if you want me to. She's like, no, it's cool. So he come with the same phone, except, he got somebody else's name on there. He's showing the seat that I'm sitting in. And I'm very aware that, like, oh, yo, we talked about this already. Like, what's the problem? He like, well, I'm going to need your boarding pass. I'm like, my boy, what do you mean? Oh, I can't find it.
Who needs your boarding pass?
Who normally asks for boarding pass? The flight attendant.
Oh, the same girl that?
No, another.
Oh, it's a different guy.
It's a different guy.
Okay.
So, boom. So he come ask me that. And he got the phone. I'm like, yo, that's not my name. That's not my name. And my seat is back there. I'll sit in my seat if I got to. But what you showing me is not my name. You know what I'm saying? He steady asking me for my boarding pass. I say, I don't have my boarding pass. What, you want me to tell you my name? We just went over this before you walked up. Well, I am the head. Oh, he's snapping now. I'm like, yo, you doing some extra shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is my connecting flight. So I got my mask on. Imagine, he don't know who I am. I ain't trying to be nobody. I'm just trying to be a regular guy, man. You know what I mean? And I guess, he must have thought that I didn't belong in first class. So he kept, and I'm looking around, I'm looking around, like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Like, y'all just saw the lady come check me. I show her everything, and then everybody, I'm looking like nobody's gonna say nothing. Did nobody say nothing? I say, okay, cool. But I'm not finna get outraged. Because if I get outraged, then they got every right to just go and kick me off this plane.
What about the guy behind you?
He ain't said nothing. Mind you, it's a black guy in front of me too, who been talking to the flight stewardess the whole damn time, asking them dumb questions like, "Hey man, I thought you guys be just chilling around. You know damn well they don't be just chilling. Well, you gotta give out drinks and talk on the phone." But he just making small talk. All right. So, but they had a little relationship. Well, I thought before the plane moved off. So what ended up happening was, I'm like, all right, dude is kind of upset. I look back at the lady. I said, you not going to help me? She got her mask on. She going, so she not saying nothing. I'm like, I like, sir, I'll leave. I've been put out of better places. But honestly, I bought a ticket, I purchased the ticket, and I just think what you're doing is just a little bit too much, man. So then now the pilot came out of there. The pilot come out. What's wrong? What's wrong? He like
The pilot?
Yeah. So look, the pilot come out there, the pilot say, hey man, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. He just don't think you belong in first class, man. I said, what? I said, you serious finna say this to me, man? I say, look, you know what, man? That's another stereotypical movement and action that's been going on today. I say, man, I'm gonna go and get off the plane, man. I'm gonna just leave. And I asked the brother in front of me, I say, man, why you ain't helping me in this situation, bro? I say, you know this is my seat, bro. You know we already clarified it. Why you ain't help me, bro? You got a good relationship with him starting on the flight, man. Why you ain't say nothing? I said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna leave. I leave, go holler at the supervisor, told him what happened. Then I was like, yo, this finna be a situation where somebody got power and just using a word and stereotyping, and then the actions get put on me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I'm in the blender because of what somebody think, or is it me being black probably didn't help, or what I had on? Did I have to dress a certain way? Did I have to look a certain kind of color? Like for real, Chris. Like I honestly got up, didn't give them no outrageness. I ain't scream, I ain't do nothing. I just said, all right, I see what's going on in the world today. And I told the supervisor that. I said, man, a man just got shot 7 times in the back for somebody misjudging or prejudging or just coming to the wrong conclusion because of a person being black. You know what I'm saying? I fly that flight every 2 weeks. I go there every time that's why I've been on this flight, I got history on this flight, this same flight. And it just hurt my heart that like I could have came and you know what I'm saying? Could have made work. But I couldn't make work because I gotta stand for something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no little boy. You ain't finna little boy me. I worked so hard to be TA. Man, I can look how I wanna look. I can wear what I wanna wear. But that ain't I paid for this ticket. But just cause I look a certain way, that don't mean you should be able to tell me that it look like I don't belong up here, bro. Like what's the look? What's the requirement? What you gotta look like? And that's where it hurt me at. And that's where it be like, damn, bro, this shit really go on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wanna say nothing about it, but they definitely gotta holler at me. You know what I mean? Cause I didn't have to miss that day. I didn't have to. I didn't have to do none of that. Like hey, come on, man. I had things to do. I had a commercial to shoot Wednesday. I had everything in play to do. I had rehearsal. I had to do rehearsal for Tuesday. So I was supposed to get here. So it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even seeing, like, up until this point, I wasn't seeing in my life, like, moving where somebody actually pulled a race card on me or said something racist.
When I know the way this stuff works, what were they attempting to say? They're not going to admit to. What
you mean? They don't got to admit to nothing. It was that's what I showed you. That's why I showed you that. Yeah. The lady who was right there and sent me that, she was a white lady. And she was like, yo, I saw everything.
Yeah, she's
like, I saw everything.
She saw the whole thing.
She saw the whole thing, man. I'm not the outright type. I'm like, you gotta really do something bogus for me to just go up there with you. I'm looking at that like, yo, I'm so tired. I gotta get home and see my kids. Like, yo, like.
I'm saying, what were they attempting to say is their reasoning as to what the problem was with you?
He didn't never say. He didn't never say. And whatever he's going to say, I got the witness right there. I got the witness. I got my story. And Delta, they know what's up. It just kind of threw me for a loop that, like, I ain't even try to come in on no movement type stuff. I was just trying to get home.
Yeah.
But it hit me so hard, like, wow, this they really out here racial profiling people.
Yep.
And I have never heard of a pilot getting involved with.
Yeah, and that's what.
He knew it was Tony Allen. He probably knew it was Tony Allen.
So he didn't know. They didn't know. So at the end of the fiasco, right before I walked off, I just ended up taking my mask off and letting them know, like, yo, I'm Tony Allen, yo. I can't take no backlash from sneaking in no first class. So, like, y'all I'm starting to think it's the color of my skin now. Like, that's because I paid for my ticket. Just document it. All you gotta do is ask me my name and look in your phone. You gonna see it. My name, my seat right there, my ID right here, bro. He didn't take none of those procedures. He was so upset at the fact that I was sitting in my wrong seat and he came to check me, and the lady had already straightened me. So he used his authority, went and got the pilot, and the pilot spoke what they've been doing systematically.
They really wanted to say.
How they been saying, okay, all right, look for. So what you telling me is watch them black guys. They gonna try to sneak in his first class. That what you telling me? Is that what you telling me, bro? Cause I did everything I was supposed to do. Everything I was supposed to do.
And that goes to the fact I've seen it too in my own eyes. Like you see when you go places, you do stuff like when me and my friends are certain places, they look at you like, well, why? Like, are y'all supposed to be here? Can we see your so and so and so? And it's like, bro, we just chilling. Like, we just chilling. Why do you gotta say stuff to us?
Well, I don't have them type of problems.
We got the problems. We regular dudes. We in TA.
That if you gon' pull that, I'm definitely gonna. Like, I'm just saying, if I run into them, I ain't gonna say I don't have no problem. Yeah. But if I run into them type of problem, we gonna definitely have a smooth conversation where we can get a smooth difference, like a bag of difference. You know what I mean? So I speak on that. Like, I ain't letting that ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when it happen, it don't happen all the time. But when it do happen, I gotta speak on it. I gotta, you know. And the crazy thing about the supervisor, once I told him what I told him.
Kobe fan?
No, wasn't no Kobe fan. Oh. He couldn't. It wasn't about no Kobe at that time. He couldn't. I wasn't even trying to be status quo at that time. I was just trying to let them know that they overplayed they hand. Mm-hmm. And you as the supervisor, being a brother, I'm looking like, don't you understand? Like, you could be a part of change today, man. Like, all you had to do was just walk up in there and tell him, man, listen.
He's good.
And man, y'all gonna be all right. And man, it ain't about this color, it ain't about this. He just missed. He didn't take none of them routes.
Yeah.
So I clearly told him, I said, hey man, I'm gonna tell my story. I told him this. I said, I'm gonna tell my story if I have to get off on this plane, man. It's really embarrassing. I don't know who recording me right now. Like, come on, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, and it happened.
What'd he say?
What you mean? He started crying. Tears came out his eye. No cap on my kids. Tears came. When he gave me my first class ticket to get back on the next plane, because the next plane it was booked all the way through. I wasn't gonna get here till Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. But he started crying because he got a son. He got kids to get to. It's a lot he probably go through on a day-to-day basis. This shit going on, Chris. Mm-hmm. I don't keep this shit going on, man. I'm telling you, I just saw it firsthand.
You know, TJ Carter brought that up today early on a press conference. How he, like, somebody asked a question. He said, if I'm wearing a Memphis football shirt, I get stopped by a cop. If they're a fan of the Memphis football team, they're probably gonna let him go. But if he just a dude with dreads, just TJ getting stopped, he's gonna be like, all right, it's not the same thing. Like, it's not the same thing. So that's why it's just weird that they didn't even Tony Ali, like, whatever. He's just a black man.
Oh, listen, bro. And my mask on. It's a pandemic going on. So I'm like this the whole time. You know,
that mask is kind of small, bro.
No, this ain't the one I had on. No, listen. This ain't the one I had on, though. This ain't the one I had on.
That's so, dumb
but
small.
I'm saying he never knew who it was. I shouldn't even have to tell him who the hell I was.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you. Why should I have to say who I am? Why should I listen? Why? It wasn't that.
Yeah, I feel you.
And they flat out told me what it was.
It's the same thing.
Mo Harkless tweeted out that story, like a similar story yesterday.
No, I mean, because like with somebody like Tony, right? It's typically like this is how are you sitting in first class? This is not far removed from how did you get that car? Because they got a nice car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, I had to get off the plane, bro. You know how many of my people back in the slavery and all that.
No, but
you know how many times they had to just get off the bus? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But what I'm saying,
come on, bro. Don't play with me. You know that felt bogus, bro.
What I'm saying is
he put me off the bus, bro. I wasn't in my right seat, bro. He put me off that plane, bro, because he believe I felt I looked like I sat in the urinal somewhere. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Come on, man.
I don't understand how people don't see how different life is, right? Like look, white guys don't get pulled over and asked, how do you get that car?
Right.
No. They don't ask.
Right. Why are you sitting in first class?
Right. Or why are you sitting in, how did you get in first class?
How you get them gold chains? Or how you get that, all that? No, man.
And that was bogus. I know that was bogus. I probably won't never fly Delta again. I know that for a fact.
Even though the guy cried?
What you mean? He cried.
There was one good guy, right?
Cried,
it seemed like there was one good guy in the
situation. He cried because he felt my pain.
Right.
He ain't cried because I said something, so he cried because he felt my pain.
So who are we switching to?
Not
to mention, you know what you should have told him? You should have told him I was the damn spokesman for an airport.
I wasn't in Memphis.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, like, hey, in the place that my connecting flights
see, that's why I gotta do all that though. No, I just can't get the utmost respect how I pay my ticket.
But of all the things, for somebody to have this kind of problem in an airplane when they were the spokesman for an airport.
You could imagine what's going on in the real world then. You could just imagine what's going on in the real world then. If I'm going through something that, and he kind of hurt my feelings, man, because I was embarrassed walking off the plane. Like, damn, like I'm a public figure, bro. I gotta get escorted. I know bro, my character don't speak on that. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know me from being belligerent and acting a fool. I ain't no, like you ain't never saw me on no robbing or no you ain't never saw me fighting or doing no, like I ain't on that, bro. Yeah. On my man, go on head on, man. It scarred me, but we gonna get through it.
So I want to ask, does it put you in the shoes of guys that that are not public figures? Did it put you in the shoes of them and be like, damn?
Most definitely. Man, it'd be a lot of times where, just like I say, people they get authority, they maximize it, and you know, certain feelings on whether it's racially or whether it's they don't like your size or they don't like what you got on or whatever that's on their mind at the time, is maximizing their authority. Because if you ain't got the access to do and go as you please, and they got a say so on it, and whatever feelings they got into their decision, yeah, man, it's maximizing your authority. We just gotta get the right people in those positions at all times.
I appreciate you coming in here for the discussion today, man, and telling us the story.
Yeah, man, it's going on.